Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to talk about squashing commits. So let's first understand what is a squash, how we squash the commits, and why we need this. So let's create a branch. For example, we have a feature branch, and we have some commits here. For example, this commit. So here we created a file. For suppose the message of this commit is file created, and then we have another commit. And then we say, let's say we say method updated, and then we made another commit, and we made some mistake in the last commit, and we said here that method fix, right? And then we did another commit, and then we say that error resolved, right? Now we have these all three commits. For example, here we see, and these are actually the same file. We are doing some updations, and for every commit we are updating something, but we don't want these to be pushed to the master, to be pushed to the remote. Why? Because these don't look good. Instead, it would be better that if we would push only one commit having all these changes. It will be more professional, and it will be more clean that if we push all these changes but in one commit. So in this case, we can use squash. What squash will do, squash will combine these three commits in the parent commit. So this is the parent commit, right? This one is the parent commit, and it will combine all these three commits in this commit, in this one, and we can then we can then have only one commit, right? So after squash, what will be the case? So for example, we have feature branch, and after squash we will have one commit, and then we can update the message whatever we want to say. We can say that, we can say new feature added, right? We can say so it's a much proper message, and we can and we don't have any repetitive commits. We only have one commit which looks good and clean, and we can then push this to the remote repository, right? And if we are working in a team, and then team looks at this one commit, then it looks good, and this one will look a kind of a garbage, and it won't be a good impact in your team members. So for this purpose, we can use squash. So now let's look at the Git Kraken, and let's see how we can squash the commits. Okay, so now we are here, and we have the Git Kraken tool, and let's say we have this master. We are right now at master branch, and we have one file here. So this master file, and we don't have anything in this master file. Let's say we add something. We add some lines. So we say content added. Let's say one dot content. We added some content or some line of code or something like that, and we will save this. And now we have one file in the working directory. We can stage this file, and we can say new content added, and we can commit this file. And now we want to make another change, so we will open up this file, and we will say, for example, 2 dot some content added, right? And let's commit this file as well. So when working directory, we stage this file, and then we say new content added, let's say 2. And then we want to add another change, or we want to update this file again. Then we might say something, some new content added, and we can save this file. And we can again do the same thing, master. stage the file, and we can say new content added 3. Now if you look at these three commits, so these three commits don't look good because they are some small changes we are doing in the file, and if we push this file to the master, then it won't look good. It's not giving a good impact. So what we want to do is we just want to send one commit, but we want to have all these changes also. We don't want to lose our changes. So what we can do is we can squash the commits. So there are some conditions in squashing, and let's see what are those conditions. We have these 5 conditions when we squash using Git Kraken. So we have more than one commit selected. There should be more than one commit selected. It's very obvious, so that we could squash. Youngest commit is the head. Genealogically consecutive, it means the parent-child relationship should be there. Chronologically consecutive, and oldest selected commit has a parent. The last commit should have a parent. So let's see, and let's go back to the Git Kraken and let's see, do we qualify all these 5 criteria? Now, if we look at our changes, so we have the youngest commit and the head is pointing towards this youngest commit. The commits are chronologically consecutive and genealogically consecutive also. And the oldest commit, this is the oldest commit, and it has a parent, which is this one. So if I select all these commits, I select all 4. Here we can see we have 4 commits, and here we have the details of all 4 commits. I will right click on any commit and I can say squash 4 commits. When we will squash these 4 commits, the first 3 commits will be added to the last commit, and that's how we can get rid of the additional or the repetitive commits. So now let's click this option. So now as you can see, we have only one commit here, and let's check the file. So if I click on this master file, I can see that my content is still there, the data is still there, but I have squashed all the commits. And now let's see the message. Here we can see the message. This is the master file, which is the actual message, and we also have the messages from other commits. So this is the new content added message, which was the commit message of one of the commits. Then we have this second message, and then 3. And we don't want this to be there, because this is not needed at all. So we can remove all these from the description. And now we can also change this message, or we can say new file added. I think it's enough, and we can update the message. So now we have the new message, new file updated. We don't have the repetitive commits or the unnecessary commits that we did, and now it's good to go. We can push this to the remote repository. I hope this will be helpful for you, and I will see you in next video. Thank you.